Let's talk about caring for an African violet. So my grandmother loved African violets, and this was probably one of the first types of plants that I owned as a plant parent. And I was not very good early on in taking care of them because I didn't know the few basic things that these plants really like and appreciate. So let's talk about it. Unlike some plants, African violets like to stay damp. They want their soil to dry out a little bit on top, but they always want a little bit of moisture in their roots. So we recommend bottom watering these plants and just making sure they stay damp. Or if you are advanced, you can purchase something like this. This is a pot specifically made for African violets. You would take it out of the grower's pot, plant it directly into this ceramic dish. You fill this bowl and then with water. It keeps the moisture around the plant. Sort of self-watering. You do have to pay attention to the water level inside this pot every now and then, but it really does keep them happy. Another reason bottom watering is a really good option for plants like the African violet is because they do not like moisture on their leaves. Their leaves have a very sort of fuzzy, soft texture. So when they get wet, they can be prone to soften and rot, which can lead to gnats and other things that you just want to avoid altogether. So make sure if you are watering with a watering can that you are watering underneath the leaves and just getting the soil wet. African violets are one of the easier blooming plants that you can keep inside your home, and they'll rebloom often for you. Now, they do like to be fertilized. So when they are in this kind of blooming phase, which they may go several months where they bloom and then go dormant, when they are blooming, we recommend that you fertilize about once a month. A great thing about African violets is that their leaves and their flowers are non-toxic to pets. So if you're a pet owner and you're always worried about what plants you can bring home, an African violet is a safe bet. Once the blooms on your African violet are spent, you can just pluck those off or deadhead those and just continue to care for your plant and the foliage the same way you were before and just wait for more blooms to appear. Happy planting!